Hey, welcome to the Relentless Positivity podcast. I'm your host, Joe Martin. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your time. So I've been working on my next book. So my last one was Amazon bestseller. Shocker. I knew that would happen, especially me. But so I decided to write another. Even after I wrote that one, I said I will never write another. It's a painful process. But I guess it's like having kids. You're ready to have another book, another kid, whatever. So I have no idea what the title will be, what the theme's going to be. Hopefully, it will all reveal itself. I guess that's how it works. But it's just right now, it's just some general essays on strategic ways to lose weight, get in shape, that type of stuff. So maybe I'll just call it Relentless Positivity Part 2, now with more positivity, something like that. In that spirit, I want to go over a couple of chapters from the last book, Relentless Positivity, the Amazon bestseller. Maybe you've heard it. I think they can really help. So they're about the 5 whys and how to reverse engineer your goals with action steps. So it's a little bit different approach than most coaches take. So I want to share that with you, the loyal listener, and kind of give you a blueprint to follow along. We'll start with the 5 whys. You may have heard this before, but maybe not. So you need to start with a compelling goal. Everything starts with that compelling goal. So what is your why? I want to lose weight is a very common goal, right? And you may be thinking that right now, but do you know why you truly want to lose that weight? You need to dig down deep and find the real reason why you want to reach that goal. There's a true reason down there, and it's your job to find it. So I like to take my coaching clients through something called the 5 whys exercise. And I learned this from Precision Nutrition. It's a certification I went through. So the basic premise is start with a goal and then try to go 5 whys deep with it. WHY, by the way. It doesn't always take the 5, and sometimes it takes more, but usually that's a kind of a sweet spot right there, kind of the 5 whys. So you may not even get that far, but kind of it's a motivating and effective goal is what we're looking for, and this is a great exercise to do it. So I like to take you through an example. I used one of my past clients. So we started out that she wanted to lose 30 pounds. That was her goal. So I said, why? Well, she said, I just want to look better. And I said, okay, well, let's go deeper with that. She said, wow, I want to feel better when I look in the mirror and have more confidence. Okay, awesome. Let's closer. Let's go a little bit deeper. Then she got into, I want to be a healthy role model for my daughter. Like, ooh, maybe we got something there. Let's dig a little deeper. And then she hit me with this one. I want to lose this weight because I was overweight as a kid and was constantly bullied for it. I developed an unhealthy relationship with food and exercise, and I will not pass that on to my daughter. I will lose this weight the right way and model good behavior for her. Man, I said, wow, I think we got it. So that was a powerful goal for her from that moment on. And compared that raw emotion of that last statement, that I will lose this weight the right way and model good behavior for her, to I want to lose 30 pounds. There's no emotion attached to it. There's nothing attached to that. And it's probably a goal you've had before and you probably hadn't reached it because it's just kind of out there. It's kind of generic. You need to put some emotion behind it. And that's what we're looking for with these 5 whys. And it's not an easy process. And actually it can be pretty painful to go through for a lot of people, especially when those like deep-seated emotions that have been with you a long time, especially since childhood. But it's such a potent method of goal setting. It can be life-changing. It's something you really need to try. So that's your homework, is find out what your number one goal is. Right? You may know what that is. And then forge down deep, go through those whys, go down deep and find something that taps in your emotion, the way you can tie that back into your original goal. And it doesn't have to be a negative emotion. As humans, we're either looking to avoid pain, like the example she gave out there, or seek pleasure. And your deep emotion might be tied to seeking pleasure. And that works too. That ties into deep emotional ties right there. So just next, once you do that, find it, write that goal down, put it somewhere you'll see it every day. And every time you look at that goal, you remind yourself why you want it so bad. That's where we're going to start. Okay. And once you got that goal, then we're going to reverse engineer. We're going to break it down. So when you get to the point, the next is you take it into the lab and you start to reverse engineer. You may have heard of that term before. So you want to break your goal up into smaller, more manageable habits and actions that will lead you to success. So you have the goal, but how do you get there? That's the most important part. The goal, that's great, but without a blueprint to get there, kind of worthless, right? So you want to start by picking out about 3 to 5 habits or actions you will need to complete to reach your goal each week. It could be things like exercising 3 days a week, eating out for lunch only 1 day a week, replacing soft drinks with water, that type of stuff. So if your goal is weight loss related, you will need to make adjustments in nutrition. It's the way it is. There's no other way around it. And if you obviously you have a performance related goal, like going to run a 5K, you're going to need to exercise. Those are pretty obvious. So those are kind of generic ones, but kind of break down what are the action habits you need. After you identify these habits, write down the name of someone who you believe can help you reach those goals. That's an important step a lot of us skip. So, and it could be a coach, a friend, a spouse, a group, or whoever you think needs to be part of the process. Hey, ideally, you're going to have your spouse or significant other in there because that'll make it so much easier. But be prepared to go alone if necessary. They may not be ready to make that life change with you, and that's okay. All right. If they're not there, it's okay. You can go on without. We'll be ready for that. And then let's start breaking it down even more. So what do you need to do in the next 72 hours to get started? So I think a lot of us, we have these plans, but we don't put time on it. And we're just like, well, it'll happen. But if you say in the next 72 hours, what do I got to do to get started? It could be something so small, but you got to get it. Put that down, and putting a time cap is going to be huge for that. And what does progress look like in the first week? Is it a pound lost? You completed 3 workouts, you ran around the block. What does progress look like? How can you tell if you're on the right track if you don't do that? So next, lay out what your first month looks like so you can finally keep yourself on track. What does that first month look like? Put it on the calendar, that type of stuff. Finally, what does progress look like after that first month? So after that first month, where should you be? Because you don't want to turn around 6 months and be way behind your goal after 1 month. If you're not on track, then we need to make some adjustments, right? So that's why you check in 72 hours, 1 week, and then 1 month. That's a good place to get started. So, and if I'd like to tell you about the woman I was talking about earlier who wanted to lose 30 pounds because she was bullied as a kid and didn't want her daughter developing those bad habits. She didn't lose 30. She ended up losing 42. Oh, in the end, her success was driven more about being focused on creating good, sustainable habits than just on the weight loss side. I think that was super important. And we decided that would be a better route for her. And here's some of the habits she nailed. So if you need some examples, here's some of the habits she instituted and worked really, really well for her. So eating out less, cooking at home more, and involving her daughter in that process of cooking as well. She came to my classes a few days a week. It doesn't have to be my classes, but my classes are pretty awesome. So it was 3 days a week was kind of her minimum she's wanted to do. And on the off days from class, she was taking walks with her daughter, not only getting more exercise, but modeling that healthy behavior in front of her daughter was pretty awesome. Reading every food label. That's a big one. That's where I started my weight loss journey. I think it's a great place for people to start, just looking, hey, what am I putting into my body? That's a great place. It really worked for her. It helped her make more informed choices. Standing up from her desk and taking a brief walk every hour. That could be a 1 minute walk, 30 seconds, but every hour at least, get up, walk around a little bit. Less aches and pains, more activity, just feel better overall, more energized, that type of stuff worked great for her. So, and all these didn't happen overnight. These weren't just things like, here, go do these, and she just made them habits overnight. She didn't try them all at once. She kind of layered them in there, but eventually they all became rock solid habits. And she lost the weight. She has kept the weight off to this day. And her daughter is very active and already living a healthy lifestyle. Man, that's the best part. I mean, when you pass it on to the next generation, that's pretty awesome right there. So I love it when the plan comes together for you A-team fans out there. So, and that could be you too. Don't give them your goals just because it seems so far away. You want to find your why. You got to re-engineer it, lay out the path to get there, and keep getting after it. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you got a little something out of today's episode. Hey, I'm telling you, this stuff works. What I do all day long, helping people with that. So, hey, if you want to get a copy of my book, these chapters are in It's Relentless Positivity on Amazon. You can also get the audio version if you enjoy my velvety pipes. You can look that up on Audible. You can get it out there. Hey, I appreciate you so much. Hey, let's have an awesome week. And I'll see you next time on the Relentless Positivity Podcast.
Wow, what a great episode. You just share that with somebody. I'm going to share with you some awesome sponsors. McWilliams Marketing. They can help your business grow. Regardless of the size of the project, you're going to get a solution that is specifically created for you and your business. No cookie cutter, one size fits approach here. So Amy and her band of fearless marketers can help you with all that stuff that you think you can do, but you're not really that good at it. You don't have time for it. They can do that. They're the experts. It's what they do. Web design, online conversion optimization, SEO, graphic design, marketing, page management, all that stuff. Go let them do that. Don't handle that yourself. Go check them out at McWilliamsMarketing.com. See what all they can do. They're amazing people. Teak Patnick with Patnick Realty. He really does it all in the real estate world. General real estate sales, acquisitions, property management, investments, all that good stuff. You're not just a transaction fatigue. He really wants to build a relationship for life with you. He has built his whole business on prayer, hard work ethic, honesty, and results. You can trust Patnick Realty with all your real estate needs. Hey, I trust my brother from another mother, Teak, and you should too. Give him a call, 256-694-0117, or email him at teak@patnickco.com. Hey, these are awesome businesses. Go support them. They're out supporting positivity, and they will do you right. Have an awesome day.